Good day, and welcome to day 3 of Growing as a Christian. Today's title is Growing Out of Immaturity, and again, I'll be using the New Living Translation Bible. Hebrews 5:14 says, "Solid food is for those who are mature, who through training have the skills to recognize the difference between right and wrong." The tendencies to stall in a state of immaturity also existed in New Testament times. Paul appeals repeatedly to Christians to grow up spiritually. In Ephesians 4:14 to 15, he writes, "Then we will no longer be immature like children. We will not be tossed and blown about by every wind of new teaching. We will not be influenced when people try to trick us with lies so clever they sound like the truth. Instead, we will speak the truth in love, growing in every way more and more like Christ, who is the head of his body, the church." How do we grow spiritually? By speaking the truth in love to one another. We grow under the truth. It is the same truth by which we are sanctified, conformed to the image of Christ, made to be mature spiritually. As we absorb the truth of God's Word, we grow up and are built up. We might say accurately that the process of spiritual growth is a process of training for discernment. Hebrews 5:12 to 6:1 underscores all this. The writer of Hebrews is telling his readers, "You're babies. You have been around long enough to be teachers, but instead, I have to feed you milk. I have to keep giving you elementary things. You can't take solid food. You're not accustomed to the rich things of the Word." And that is tragic. Notice that in verse 14, and this is the New American Standard, he says that discernment and maturity go hand in hand. Solid food is for the mature, who because of practice have their senses trained to discern good and evil. Knowing and understanding the word of righteousness, taking in solid food, trains your senses to discern good and evil, or right from wrong. So what are you doing to grow to spiritual maturity? That's something to think on. And we'll pick it up tomorrow.